from what Ryan said, like when you asked, I matter because I think the first thing that pops up into my head is that I don't think I've ever asked myself that question. And I don't think us as teens really do that self reflecting. Like, oh, why do I matter? Like, why, whatever I do, like, what's the purpose behind it? You know?
Much craziness going on in the world, it feels like we're bystanders almost in our own lives because we can't go outside. There's a lot of social justice, political movements happening, and a lot of us can't participate. And so it feels like we don't really have much of a say in our own lives. And I think
I was unmotivated, and I was thinking, my situation, my current state, I'm not what I am. My current state was as much as what other people were, because other people was able to do anything, do all these things, and I was just stuck at home.
During this whole entire time, I feel like since it's like repeating days and you're trying to do your most to make the most out of the day and be productive, you feel like you need to find a purpose in that. And over time, as we like get into a repetitive process of doing so much, it kind of feels like we're pointless in a way.
I felt like I was like in a state of like I was still, and everyone was trying to do so many different type of activities. I was like, what am I doing in life? Like I could do some stuff during quarantine, but I'm not.
Us, like as humans, we strive for validation from others, and I feel like that acknowledgement kind of gives you like a sense of importance, and I feel like it just makes you feel like you're worth being there and you're, of use to somebody, and you can recognize other people's feelings and like confide in others, and I feel like that's why we're actually, worth, because we're here to comfort other people. We're here to be here for your friends, your family, and everything like that.
Well, to your friends and your family, you matter to them. They care about you and your life, and how you are matters. And by having relationships with other people, no matter who it is, it could even be teachers or someone you're not even that close with, you matter to them and they matter to you.
In your daily life, when you're talking to a family member, when you're talking to a friend, you can see, like physically see that you matter to them. Like when you make a joke and they laugh, or when they're crying and you give them a hug and it makes their day, like you're able to actually experience like, the feeling of like mattering to someone and feeling important. So I feel like that's why every relationship you develop and every like friend and bond that you take time to create and add depth to, like ultimately makes each person feel more important and matter more.
I just feel like, okay, when you have self-confidence or like a sense of identity, that gives you the confidence to like push forward and like continue to do the things that you're doing. But the relationships you have with others gives you a sense of purpose as to why you're doing those things. And I feel like you need both in order to be your most like fulfilled self.
also been kind of an opposing way that this pandemic has affected people, not just taking away motivation, but also giving them hope for when things do get better and when they do have a say in their lives.
Life is too short to be thinking about oh, like you're pointless, all these things. Like I feel like you should really just be focusing on like wanting to make yourself matter and wanting like your life to be made of something. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes any sense.